Previously on Living Free Alaska, we took a drive up the Parks Highway on Memorial Day to remember and honor all those who served our country and paid the ultimate sacrifice. During that day trip, we also stopped in at a famous roadhouse of years past that has been recently restored and modernized and newly reopened to the public. We continue our episode today from that visit. Welcome to the Historic Chulitna River Lodge. Well, hello again. Today we find ourselves 100 miles up the road from our property.
Up what road? I mean,
Up the Parks
there you
Highway.
Go, the Parks Highway.
Specifically, we're at mile 156 of the Parks Highway, and we are at the Historic Chulitna River Lodge.
Right. We've taken a walk around the lodge. This is a beautiful location right off the Parks Highway that is offering a lot of amenities, and we actually have the owner here with us. Mark, who would like to maybe give a little bit of a history of the property. He's only owned it for a couple of years now, so we're going to pass it over to Mark a little bit and see if we can find out and learn a little bit more about this property. Mark, first of all, I'd like to thank you for having us up here today. This is a beautiful property. We stopped by last October and got a little walk through and just a kind of a sneak peek of it. And coming back here this spring has been an eye-opener to the possibilities that you have here. And from what I understand, you've only owned it for a few years now. What enticed you to Alaska? Because you're not a local either. You're out lower 48. So what enticed you to Alaska, and then to dive into a massive project like this?
I'm from Louisiana, and the opportunity to come to this property happened about 3.5 years ago. We had some projects we were working on in ADAC, and so this is a long ways from ADAC.
But, Lowell, yeah, it sure is.
But we had some free times on hand, rolled up to Parks Highway, and we're looking for a property to purchase. And this was really an afterthought from the real estate agent that she had never seen it. She said, oh, by the way, up the highway is a place that's been abandoned for 23, 24 years.
So this property has been abandoned for 24 years before you purchased.
You would never know by walking through it.
Okay.
And it was originally designed when the highway was constructed through here. They carved out about 75 or 80 acres right in the middle of what the state park eventually became. And this was constructed as a fishing lodge in the about the mid 70s.
Okay.
There's a great article in the National Geographic in 1973 about this property, the lake, and where they were going with it, what the intent was. So it gives a wonderful backdrop about the vision that people saw even back then.
So there's 50 plus years of history with this location.
Absolutely, yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Many Alaskans who traveled to Fairbanks or toward Anchorage on the new highway, this was their stopping spot. So there was a bakery here, a auto repair store, a fishing lodge, and lots of incredible fishing just down the hill in Chulitna River. And became just a really, really exciting place for people to stop. And I've learned this by the people who have stopped, who've watched it deteriorate for 20-something years. And it's like they were heartbroken because it was such an important part of their growing up and their memories. And so we came up, my two boys rode with me. We literally had to go back to Chalkeaton and get some machetes and bush blades and cut our way into here. We got to the porch of this building. Then we could see the other building.
Okay.
Climbed into the back door and got up on the balcony. Then we could see two more. And so it was like an Easter egg hunt. You know, it was like, I see another cabin.
I could only imagine after 24 years of growth. Yeah. It was.
And we went back, identified the owner and started negotiating. It took about 6 months to come up with a price that we felt comfortable with. And so just about 3 years ago began the assessing of what we had and then building a vision based on what we actually had to work with.
Wow.
And it's really turned into quite a beautiful place. It's so authentic Alaskan.
It really is. Each one of these cabins have their own unique appeal. I love the fact that you have a nice one cabin that's multiple beds, multiple sleeping arrangements, and all power that you need. And you have quite a few off-grid locations as well. And there's an outhouse or restroom nearby. So you have a lot of little key features that travelers like about rustic Alaskan lifestyle?
Well, and you know what we're finding is that the folks who stop by here, the people who are beginning to stay here, like I mentioned, these are the baby boomers that this was their vacation spot, that are just stopping by and says, just for old time's sake, let me go in. I can't believe it. This is the same sign. This is the same door. I remember this. Can I go take a picture over here?
That's so neat. A
couple came by that was married here back in the late 70s, and so they kind of redid their experience, and but so many Europeans are stopping. Europeans and Asians that see this as a very accessible. It's right on Highway 3, and it's so accessible year round, and it's a deep dive into the Alaskan heritage and Alaskan culture. And so we worked very hard. Mostly Alaskans that helped us with the design, the infrastructure build out. So you're seeing the handiwork of many local deep legacy Alaskans that helped us keep the vibe, if you will.
Our neighbor's son actually was part of your crew.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really, yeah. And it was. And we met so many friends, and the community is relatively small. And man, the people have been so generous and kind, and the former owners have been here many times and given us a lot of input and a lot of insight on where they were. And so we really sort of adopted their vision and are carrying it on.
Very nice. Very nice.
So multifunctional. The lake is beautiful. Across the road, we built an airstrip on the original Highway Department airstrip that they used when they were building the highway. You could go to Google Earth and you could see the footprint.
So the footprint was existing, and you expanded on it.
So we cleared it, expanded it, built the runway there. So many pieces of that original vision we were able to reincorporate into it, and it's very exciting. I love coming up here. It's a long ways from South Louisiana.
It sure is. A little bit different weather too, huh?
It really is.
So what's your vision for the 5-year or 10-year plan down the road? What do you want to see with the place?
This is our first summer really diving into the tourism industry. I'm really kind of sort of finding our way just a little bit about what's there. Fortunately, the property, the land gives so much to the vision itself. So you really don't have to do a lot of dreaming and a lot of imagination.
No, when you walk on the property, you see
it.
You see what's here. You have a beautiful lake with some good-sized mountains right over here. Then across the highway on the airstrip he's talking about, I mean, is Denali. You're a faithful of Denali.
We can't see it today.
We can't see it today because of the clouds, but she's standing proud right out.
Who knows?
Right
by the time we leave, she might be out.
And the RV spots, for instance, over there by the runway, from what we can tell, are geographically the closest RV spots to the mountain. And
that's amazing.
That's an amazing thing.
That's really cool.
And,
I've already picked out the one I want to stay in.
It's so quiet, and there's so much wildlife. Even while you guys were taking a walk a while ago, we can't decide if it's a little baby fox or another critter, but you come running by. There's 2 sandhill cranes were out earlier, walking around, and snowshoe hare bunnies are jumping around. So there's so much wildlife here. A bear was just across the road day before yesterday.
Yeah,
we just saw one on the way up.
Yeah,
just probably about 4 miles down the road.
The loons, they yell at us at nighttime. So it's just such
amazing
deep dive into Alaska, and it's right on the Parks Highway. It's available year round. It's just it's just such it's got all of the stuff.
And that's the point. You're open in the winter too.
Open in the wintertime.
For amazing northern lights.
365 days a year.
Yeah. Good. The long-term vision, 5 years, 10 years from now, I think continuing the vision that Steve and Jackie had as a sort of a place to go to reconnect to a new experience for non-Alaskans, but those who live here. It's such a comfortable place for them just to step away from the day-to-day work life and relaxing. And it's almost magical watching the expressions and the experiences that people talk about. The reviews that people come in are amazing. And, that's extremely fulfilling and very satisfying.
And I love the fact that you have such a variety of occupancy here. You have these amazing little cottages and cabins that we've already talked about, but you also are talking about RV parking spots. I know over on the airstrip over there, you've got several RV spots graded in. Over here on the point on the lake, you're looking to talk about putting in several more RV spots.
Tent
That's
camping.
great. And there's also tent camping,
Tent camping.
right over there near the airstrip too. So you're really offering a lot of amenities for any traveler of any kind.
We are finding the needs of people, what they're looking for, what it is, and
Mhm.
fortunately, again, the land is such a giving place because the property is so inviting for really just
It is.
about any experience that people are really looking for, and that's so enjoyable.
It is.
It's a long way, sort of, but it's in the middle of everything, so it's
It's
only
a long ways, but you have to go somewhere. You have to get there. You have to drive there to get there,
you
and
do.
this is in the middle.
it's not it's an easy drive to
Yeah.
Denali National Park. It's an easy drive to
I think
Chulitna.
Talkeetna was 60 miles
60
away.
miles, 65
Well,
miles.
60 to the spur.
And it's all a 60 to the 50 to the grocery store. That's
Is that what it is?
Oh,
Yeah, 50.
And good Wi-Fi. Good.
Yeah. Well, now, speaking of Wi-Fi, they're Starlink based. So they have Starlink here for a Wi-Fi service. You come into the lodge, kindly ask for their password, and they may give it
That's
to you if they like you, and you'll have internet access.
Well,
So
free
it's kinda
coffee too. if
Free
someone's
coffee.
got-
We had some coffee. It's really good. And as you can imagine, he's up here on the Parks Highway a long ways from any kind of utilities at all. So this is a lodge that is actually running completely off-grid right now. They have a massive solar system with a lithium battery pack and everything powering the whole facility, with the exception of a couple of dry cabins that offer that true Alaskan experience. But this is an off-grid location. But you wouldn't know it. You come in here and you see the lights on. You got the microwaves and the coffee makers going and all that. It's very enjoyable. So that's amazing. I mean, being as off grid as you are, each one of these cabins that I'll say are powered have a two sources of heat, electricity, Wi-Fi.
That's right.
Everything, all the modern conveniences you would ever need.
And these are 100-year-old. Some of these
Yeah.
100-year-old cabins, and you feel it, man. You get in there. My one down by the lake is one of my favorites, and I've stayed there weeks at a time, and it just sort of gets back into
You just
you
feel
it
Yeah.
getting into your skin.
Yeah,
This is
great.
the stories. There's 1,000 stories in this place where I'm
Yep.
sitting right
Yeah.
now. And,
That's the truth.
and then I hop in the car and drive back down to Talkeetna to get me some groceries.
Get you some. Yep. That's great. Well, I really do thank you for your time you spent with us today. I'm glad we've had an opportunity to walk the property and see. I think we see your vision as well, and I know. I'm hoping we can help you with that future growth too.
Well, I appreciate that. We look forward to learning more about the community and becoming more and more engaged.
And it seems like the community's come alive
I think
with what you're doing here
Yeah.
too. That's great.
What a fun experience. You
Yeah.
know? And I get to meet guys like you.
Perfect. That's what we want to do. We want to bring our extended family up here.
I'll
and
even get to meet
see you guys.
Don.
And you met Don.
I met Don. Don's from Florida. Came all the way up. I'm flattered. I'm honored.
Yep.
Maybe to see you guys too, but I mean otherwise.
Well, thanks, Mark, for having us. We really appreciate your time here, walking through the lodge and telling us your history and your stories. We're just amazed. It's beautiful.
Well,
good job. A lot of work. My gosh. We walk around these buildings.
You would never know what you just described.
You and your crew have
this
done a
was
lot of
like
work.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they all have a story, and every building that has their memories attached to it. There's so many lives, that they're integrated in. Building new stuff is fun, but boy, how rich this has been to really dig it back out and put it back out for people to continue to enjoy.
Just outside that window right there, the vegetation was 25 feet tall. Could you imagine that? He had to clear all of that.
Yeah.
So
Nothing
amazing.
like bushwhacking.
A lot of work. But we thank you guys for doing everything you've done.
Yeah.
And we look forward to staying with you
And who knows?
working with you in the future.
Let's do
Maybe
it.
we'll have an event here.
Let's do it. Maybe you can fly one of those RVs right there.
All right,
There
Mark.
we go.
Well, thank you so much. And
Yep.
we really appreciate this time you spent with us
I
today.
really appreciate it.
All
All
right.
right. Have a good day. See you later on, guys.
And
So everyone, please meet Mike. He is the property manager of the lodge, and you spent this past winter here.
I did.
Tell us about what that was like.
36-inch snows at times, and cutting off 6-foot drifts or ice off the overhangs.
Middle
And
of the
then,
night knocks of visitors.
Guests coming off the highway, stopping in and enjoying some of the amenities that we have and offer. But probably one of the great highlights here is the Northern Lights. We get a lot of people stopping in and wanting to know about the Northern Lights, or they're headed to Fairbanks.
Yeah.
And come to find out they don't have to go clear to Fairbanks to see them.
No.
We've got some beautiful pictures that we've taken and photography that we've taken right here from our Eagle's Nest, our 2-story house, and we got a lookout tower with windows all the way around it, and
Very
man,
cool.
we have gotten some incredible shots of the Northern Lights.
And here's a very cool fact. In the winter, Denali is out way more than the summer.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, a
Most
lot more
definitely.
bluebird days. So if you want to
Absolutely.
see the mountain during the day, and then I can't imagine the Northern Lights over the mountain.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. On any clear day, you can see it, and then of course even in the fall or in the summertime, we get the sunsets, the
Oh.
sun hitting the sides of the mountains.
And the alpenglow.
And yeah,
Oh,
it's beautiful.
yeah.
Starts usually on the other side of the lake and ends up over there at Denali's.
Your job definitely doesn't suck.
No, it's a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's a good working
And
environment.
it looks like you got a pretty good boss here, and
I do.
yeah.
I credit him. He's got an incredible vision, and he's absolutely an incredible man to work with.
Well, I know that we've become Facebook friends, and it's been fun following all your posts over the winter time, not only on his own personal, but on the lodge, because he does a really great job of promoting the lodge all year long. So,
Absolutely. It's
all
nice
right.
meeting you too. And
Yeah.
RV in Alaska, you guys are doing an incredible job, and
Well-
we're excited about you coming here on a new base camp next year.
sounds great. Well, thank you so much for getting on camera and having us up today.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
If you would like to learn more or book your next stay at the Historic Chulitna River Lodge, check them out over on Facebook, VRBO, and their website at truealaska.org.
Freedom. We're done. Now we can enjoy our summertime. Alaska. Go play, go see, go do. Don't worry about the knee. The knee's good to go. I'm ready to go too. Let's go see Alaska. Well, we just walked out of my surgeon's office and for my 12-week visit from surgery. And he did a couple little feel this and do that and all that kind of stuff. And what he said, oh man, you feel like you're strong as an ox. And basically gave me the release. Now it's time to go out and enjoy life a little bit and catch up on what we've missed these last 3 months, because there's been a lot of downtime. So summertime's just about here. Well, not quite, but getting close.
Yep.
And we're gonna get out and go play a little bit more.
Yep. And your time is completely open now.
Right.
He will not be working this summer as we originally thought. So that means he'll be working for me.
Oh my God, I don't know what that means. I don't know.
That means we've got more summer adventures coming, more trips,
Yep.
more of everything.
Yep.
So
Yep. So yeah, we're gonna get out and see Alaska a little bit more, folks. This summer's gonna be a good time, and I hope you guys come along with us every step of the way and enjoy it as much as we do.
all right. Now we're gonna go get some flowers.
Got a pretty up that outside yard.
Yeah, Mama wants some flowers for her greenhouse. So that is next on our agenda.
springy around here.
Time to do our planters.
Well, call us crazy, but here we go. I think yesterday afternoon we made the decision to head to Seward. And why are we heading to Seward?
We're gonna go fishing.
Yeah, so it sounds like the reds are running a bit. It's early for the red run right now in Seward, and not everybody's quite limiting out yet, but this is about our only opportunity to go get reds this year.
Yeah, June is super busy with us.
Yeah.
We've got quite a few activities on the calendar. Plus, we're flying out for our nephew's wedding.
Yes.
We're going to Chicken Stock, a
Right.
music festival up in Chicken, Alaska. And we have another fishing opportunity coming up next weekend.
It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. And today's adventure, we got a 4-hour drive heading down towards Seward, Alaska.
Wow.
So let's, I can't wait for some of the scenery. Oh, it's a beautiful drive.
It is.
Going down across Turnagain Arm and then up Turnagain Pass and down through
Moose Pass.
Moose Pass and Kenai Lake. It's a beautiful drive. So
And then we get to do it all again tomorrow because we're
Hey,
gonna. This is only a
crazy one day.
24-hour run.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
all right, let's
go.
get on the road. You ready to go fishing, Sophie? What about you, Spirit?
Oh, she's ready.
She's mad.
She's mad. I just did a little cleaning, ear cleaning on her. She's gonna be happy.
All right. Welcome to Seward.
We have made it here. We've got set up. We had a little dinner. And now it's time to go hit the ocean for some fishing in Resurrection Bay. Low tide was at 4:45 and it's now about 5:45 or so an hour after low tide. High tide's expected to be about almost 11 o'clock tonight, so we're going to fish up until the high tide. Hopefully we catch some fish today.
What are we fishing for?
Hey, we got sockeye salmon coming in right now, guys.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, down in the lower 48, they make all the hype of Copper River Reds. Well, this is the same species.
Same species fish.
It's just not in the Copper River.
Right. This is coming from the ocean.
The only reason why that is so popular is that's the first fishery to open up for the year. These are the same fish swimming in the same waters.
There are some slight biological differences with those fish versus these fish, since they are.
It's just the river system.
Well, yeah, they spawn up the river system and they go miles and miles and miles up the river system. So when they're out in the ocean, they fatten their bodies up a lot more. So when they hit the fresh water, they are a fatter fish than what we might find here.
Okay.
And they survive on that fat as they make their way up.
He researches a lot more about fishing than I do, because if you can tell, I'm in street clothes.
I'm not.
Well, and let's be honest, I don't have
You don't have
waders,
chest waders,
and all that. So I'm only going to go as far as I can. Then I'm going to turn back and come back here.
I can go this deep. I'm not gonna. It'd be tough to fish in.
Well, I'm only going just below the knees, so that's as far as I can go. All right, let's go for a walk. Hi, buddy. All those little specks in the water are pupil.
Yeah.
I think this is where I'm going to give you a kiss
Whatever.
and tell you to enjoy your fishing. This was all your idea. But yeah, we need to find me some waders.
That's the truth.
Because if I had waders, I'd have no problem going out there. Have fun.
All right.
I love you.
I would too.
Catch us lots of reds. I love you. Have fun. You know, I did say that I don't like fishing, this type of fishing, and I do mean that. I mean, in my previous life with my ex-husband, we fished all the time to the point it was annoying. And that's why, among many other things, my ex ruined for me. But I really would love to have kept going out with Gary. I'm not properly dressed, and this water is cold, super duper cold, chilly. It only takes a few minutes if you're in improper clothing, and you could be suffering hypothermia. I'm in jeans. Jeans is cotton, and if you know the old term, cotton kills. So I'm making a smart move. I had no intention to fish today, as I said earlier. This is all Gary's want to go do, and I'm very appreciative of it. But I am just gonna go hang out with the pups in the camper. Sorry, water crossing. And edit our next week's video, which will be Memorial Day weekend. So as you can see, we're pretty caught up. We're only about a week behind in real time, which is a lot of fun to finally be that close to real time here on the vlog. I'm just super excited where the vlog has gone and the growth we've seen in such a short relative time. Truly blessed, truly blessed. But I hope you enjoyed this content, and tomorrow hopefully the sun will shine, and who knows, I'm going to be on eagle watch. Hopefully we can catch some really good video of some of the resident eagles here in Seward, Alaska. Had an eagle fly right at me, and of course the camera was off, By the time I got it turned on and the lens turned around, it was gone. Can't blame them. I mean, they're wild after all. Do you see that? He has a fish. It's stuck to his foot, to his talons. Oh, he has a fish carcass. Well, that was a good hike back. Gotta love a hike, getting my steps in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna maybe go get my big Canon with my big lens and really zoom in on these majestic birds. They are so fun to watch, and to be so close to them is absolutely amazing and a treat. So I'm gonna go back, check on the dogs, and who knows, I might be back out here with the big lens. Well, it's about 9 p.m., maybe 9:30, and I brought my big camera out, and I can actually see Gary walking back this way. So I guess I'm perfect timing to come back out. I can't quite tell with my lens if he's got fish or not, but I think he does. So we'll hang out here and wait for him to get back on this side of the tidal flats and see what he got. Also, while I'm standing here, it's really cool to see the tide coming in with the river. Let me turn this around and show you. So right here, if you watch, it's receding, or not receding, it's flowing in. And what that tells me is we still have another 2.5 hours before high tide. So what I'm standing in right here, this little muddy area, most likely will be flooded. So I'm glad I didn't go out there with him. I made the right choice. Okay, update. He definitely has 2 fish that I can tell slung over his back. And it looks like he's standing there contemplating if he's going to come in or not. So I'll keep my eye on him, and if he doesn't start coming this way, then I'll head back to the trailer. But we're not going home empty. Good job, Gary. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. Well, he's back, and I see tails behind him.
It was only waist deep when I came across.
Some guy said he almost fell in because it was so deep.
It's waist deep in the deeper spots.
Yeah.
Just 2.
Just 2.
Just 2.
2's better than none.
Well, you know, this is a rookie move for me, and I first time. So
You learned a lot?
2's better than nothing, and the person right behind you can get 6 in 10 minutes, and you're going to get 2 in 3 hours. It's just, there's no skill there. It's just luck. So yeah, we got two sockeye salmon. Fillet them up this evening, throw them in the refrigerator. One pretty good size, and one okay, medium size. Good morning to you guys. Ooh, wait. It's not morning anymore. It's afternoon.
We had a slow roll this morning.
We did. Man, yesterday was some fun. I had a great time on the fishing grounds, shoulder to shoulder to hundreds of other people. A lot of people were catching fish. A lot of people were not catching fish. I got 2, which is good. I lost 4 or so. Didn't quite set the hook, or they came off the hook when I pulled them ashore. So, you know, it was a good experience. But I think time and production count, I think we're better off on the boat, babe. We can go out to our spot and catch 12 in 2 hours, and come back the next day and catch 12 more in 2 hours.
Yeah, pretty easily.
And then we get the boat, the beauty of the boat, and shrimping and halibut and other stuff too. So.
And other species, but it was still an experience.
It was still an experience. I wanted to do it. I think I can truly, at one point, truly say I was in the middle of combat fishing. I mean, we were on both sides of the channel, and people were throwing lures at each other and hooking hooks, and I don't think anybody got hooked, but I don't think there's a way a fish could have got through. They just aren't here yet. There's not as many fish. I mean, there's a big school out here, but they haven't come up the river yet. So it was a little slow. Given another week or 2, and it's gonna be a lot better.
Regardless, we had fun, and it was an experience. You know, not everybody has the ability to get out on a boat like we do.
Yep. And
So-
we just want to try different avenues. And you know, sure, I was out there for 1 day for 4 or 5 hours. Great. I should have got out today, but I worked myself out yesterday pretty good. The knee was really sore after all that tromping through the mud. So I just called it today. We're going to go into Seward and play around a little bit. But there's also other opportunities, you know. We got the Kenai River and the Kasilof River. We've got friends that live on or near both, and you know, we're trying to get out there and do everything we can.
Better than none.
Look at that! We got some fish coming through.
Well, yep. Beautiful red.
Yeah, they're slow right now. That's for sure.
All right, well, let's head into town and see what kind of trouble we can get into.
I think we have a visit to the hardware store. Just being
I
prepared.
need waders so I can go out and play too.
And another adventure I want to look into is shore fishing when we're down in Deep Creek. So I might be looking at another shore or surf fishing rod setup. So
Oh, Lord.
yeah.
All right, let's go into town.
All right.
Instead of going into town, Gary and I opted to head out to Lowell Point, where the land meets the sea, because the lure of the ocean always pulls Gary its way. We have now found ourselves at the Lowell Point State Recreation Site, which was created in 1997 with funding from the Exxon Valdez Trustee Council. This 19.4 acres of northern coastal rainforest, beach ryegrass, sandy beach, and an intertidal zone were selected for habitat protection. The beach is a popular site for recreation, including beach walking, fishing, picnicking, photography, birding, wildlife viewing, kayaking, and paddleboarding. Today, we are stretching our legs and giving the dogs a good little walk.
This way. This way.
Welcome to the gateway of the Kenai Fjords, also known as Resurrection Bay. The bay received its name from Alexander Baranoff, who was forced to retreat into the bay during a bad storm out in the Gulf of Alaska. When the storm settled, it was Easter Sunday, so the bay and nearby Resurrection River were named in honor of it.
So we've made it out to the beautiful Lowell Point out here, out beyond Seward on the edge of Resurrection Bay. Beautiful, well, not such a beautiful day. A little bit breezy, a little bit cloudy, some rain coming through. But we've got some fishermen down here, down the beach just a little bit. And they're doing what's called surf fishing, where they cast a line way out as far as they can, and they're hoping to catch halibut. Maybe they're not targeting salmon in this situation, halibut or Pacific cod or something like that. But yesterday I saw a report on one of the local Facebook pages showing this group of fishermen were using a drone to pick up their bait and take it way out into the water and drop their line way out there. And I think that is these people right down here, and they have a drone on the edge of the beach right now, and they just caught a fish a minute ago, so I'm wondering if they're going to launch and drop here in just a little while. Kind of an interesting way to do it.
So the drone is flying. Oh, and there it is.
Yeah,
Taking the bait out.
that's cool. Wow. They're going out there. Why not? You know, if you got that technology, why not do that? The ability.
And that's how it's done.
Well, that's pretty cool. I kind of like that. Oh, they're getting a bite over here too. We're all on the beach. There it is. Yep.
Set the hook.
Yep. You got the hook. You got the.
Nice.
Woohoo! Oh, it's a skate. Dang it. That's no fun.
I know. Yeah, they have a bar beside the table.
You get out here then? Okay. Yeah. Today.
Well, that was interesting to see up
Yeah.
close and personal.
Sure was. Yeah. They're really cool.
What do you think, Sophie? You like being at the ocean? She's like, Mommy, I'm cold.
Not every day has to be sunny and beautiful blue skies to enjoy Alaska. You know, you just get out and do it regardless of the weather, because it's beautiful everywhere. You know, just the mountains around here, especially Seward with the ocean. Oh, I love this. It's so nice out here. Just get out and go see. Don't let the weather slow you down. And you'll be happy. This makes me happy. I don't care. It's raining.
So yes, living in Alaska or even visiting in Alaska, you have to get it out even when it's raining.
And if you don't, you're gonna just be stranded, you know, to your living quarters and not enjoying your time. Just get out and go do. Don't let it slow you down.
Yep.
I love it out here. It's so beautiful.
Bring all sorts of weather gear, rain jackets, sweatshirts.
It's a four season climate. You gotta be prepared for it and love it when you're out, even getting a little drizzly. It's okay. You know, just looking at these mountains back here too, the clouds just give the mountains a different character.
Absolutely.
And different beauty. So, gosh, can you tell I love the mountains and the sea?
at a view. Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look in Alaska, it's just so beautiful. So I'm glad we made this decision for an impromptu
Right?
trip down to Seward.
Absolutely.
Just 2 days ago, we were at a neighborhood gathering, and Gary's like, let's go run and do some fishing.
Yep.
And I had just finished the camper. I didn't film any of it. I have just a little bit, but I repainted all the walls inside from the ugly beige standard RV industry brown
Yes.
to a beautiful bluish gray, and it's changed the atmosphere in the camper
it's brighter,
so
more
much.
cheery and happy.
And I got it done in 3 days.
Yeah.
And that's because next week we are leaving to go to Chicken Stock, and we're going to be camping in the camper. So I had to get it done. I didn't think I'd get it done in 3 days though.
You did good.
But I got it all put back together, and Gary's like, okay,
Let's go.
let's go fishing.
Let's
So
go. You know, fishing was a fishing. It wasn't catching.
no, you caught two.
Well, I caught two, but anyway, had a great time. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Now we're gonna, I don't know, turn the wheels up the road a little ways and see where we end up.
And we might stop a couple places and just
Yep.
explore, because we have the whole afternoon with no time clock telling us when we have to get home, because we have all the daylight in the world that we
Right.
need.
Shoot, last night I was out sitting next to the camper at midnight, getting a little sipper on before bed, and man, it was bright out. I mean, not sunglass bright, but I could see everything I needed to see.
Well, you didn't even come back from fishing until 10 p.m.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, well, let's get back on the road and see where the road takes us.
Yeah. Big tree.
We don't have trees like that at home.
Look how big this tree is. My God.
It's not the redwoods, but
It's not the redwoods, but these coastal spruce are massive still. That's a big tree. Beautiful forest. I love this out here. Over the log. No, I'm short wheel. I go around the log. I don't need to jump over that. Just picking and choosing her way. Look at that beauty behind us.
we have found ourselves at another stop in the Seward area. This is the Resurrection River.
And just up that way, up that valley over there, is Exit Glacier.
We actually flew over that 2 years ago when we
Yeah.
came down here in the fall.
So we're here at the Resurrection River, and we have something special to take care of.
Earlier this winter, when we started doing real-time vlogs, I introduced you to our friend Bill.
Bill,
And we promised Bill we'd take him on some excellent adventures.
right?
And, well,
This is one.
I have Bill, and I think this would be a beautiful place to spread some of his ashes
Right.
at. Again, this is the Resurrection River, just upstream from Seward.
And Resurrection Bay, which
Yes.
leads into the ocean.
This will lead into the Pacific Ocean and the
Yep.
Gulf of Alaska. So
Correct.
the wind is to our face, so it's going to blow up.
But we're hoping to get most of Bill into the river right
into
here.
the river. So he flows downstream into the Gulf.
The cool thing about this right now is the red salmon are running real heavy right now. Well, they're just starting to run heavy right now, coming up the river. So Bill will get to swim with the red salmon, the sockeye salmon, as he floats his way down.
All right, I'm going to hand the camera over to my lovely husband while I do the honors of introducing Bill to Resurrection River, Seward, and the Pacific Ocean. All right, Bill, so here's to another excellent adventure in Alaska.
Get a little bit closer to the edge. Gotta get him in there.
I should have my boots.
You should have your boots.
Yeah, but that looks like it goes
It goes deep, it
pretty
looks like,
quick.
yeah.
I'm going to do this.
Gently, yep.
Oh,
There he goes. He's getting tossed into the water.
I don't think I got any on you.
Nope.
All right, Bill, enjoy Alaska.
And enjoy your float down the Resurrection River.
There's no one on there. Oh, there's a couple. Darn it.
Got the one. Oh man, this is a nice stop for towards the end of the day as we head our way home.
Yeah, it's about 8:30 right now, and you wouldn't guess it by the
Oh, the
sun.
sun is super high in the sky still, bright, beautiful.
We still have about an hour and a half drive home.
Yeah.
So what? That'll put us home about 10
I
p.m.
was thinking about 10 p.m. Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
about right. We'll park the camper, probably just go right to bed,
Yeah,
take care of everything tomorrow, and then switch gears.
yeah, and then we do it all again. But the next time, we're gonna be in our motorhome.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a fun time. It's been a bit since we've been in a motorhome, just over a year. So, or no, just under a year. So, looking forward to getting her out again. But hey, guys, thanks a lot for coming along with us and watching these videos. We really do appreciate it. And I hope you had fun with us today. Learned some things maybe. And hey, if you got any questions or anything like that, give us a holler. We'd love to talk to you guys.
Seward is a beautiful place to visit. It is a very popular destination
Sure
for
is.
tourists, and we know why. I mean, there's
Yep.
so much to do in such a little town.
Yeah, we had a good time there, even though it was just less than 24 hours. Yeah,
36.
No, 30. Yeah, about 36. Yeah, we had an awesome time. So
Yeah.
next time we'll have maybe we'll try to get more time down there, more days down there. But hey, thanks a lot, guys. We'd love seeing you guys watching these videos, and we have a good time. And if you guys would please like and subscribe to the video channel, and if you want, you can hit that notification bell so when we do post videos, you'll get notified in your email or something like that. So please like and subscribe.
All right. Until our next adventure, we'll see you down the road.
You know, sounds good to me.
Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you are notified whenever we post again. And lastly, we hope that you will join us here next time on Living Free Alaska.